Anthony Davis led the Lakers to a Game 2 victory last night thanks to going 13 of 21 from the floor for 31 points. And after the game, LeBron had high praise for AD, saying, quote, "I've had some great teammates in my career. AD is one of those unicorns. And he does things that some of my other great teammates are not capable of doing." It's worth noting LeBron has played alongside several All-Stars, including Kyrie Irving and Dwayne Wade, to name a couple. Shannon, is AD the best player LeBron has ever played with?
Skip, I grapple with this because I'm trying to delineate between the best talent and the most accomplished. And I think LeBron James did a great job of trying to explain it, Skip. And I don't normally I just, like, once the game is over, I just kind of like just drift off and do my own thing. But when LeBron came on, I listened to what he had to say. And he was talking about this, and he tried to explain it because he understands now he is LeBron James. And if you just flatly say, oh, LeBron, AD is the greatest everything. Now, I mean, you did win 2 titles with a guy. You won a title with another guy. But I thought he did a great job. I thought he did a great job of trying to explain. He says, look, AD is very, very unique because you're talking about a guy his size and his skill set that can do things that very few people have been able to do in this league. So he's saying, what he said is like, D. Wade could do things that AD couldn't do. AD could do things that D. Wade could do. Kyrie could do things that neither of those guys could do. But AD can do things neither of these guys could do. So Skip, as far as just talent, you says, okay, just talent. There's no question. 6'10½", can shoot the 3, put the ball on the floor, can defend. The question is now, what made these guys, D. Wade and Kyrie, unique? On the biggest of stages, they shined their brightest. Kyrie hit a shot, maybe the biggest shot in finals history. Game 7, the game had been scoreless for a long time, Skip. He hit that shot. We saw what D. Wade did prior to LeBron joining him. He basically single-handedly won a finals. He averaged 36.
He did. So
as far as just talent, I believe he is the most talented player that LeBron James has played with. But it remains to be seen because at the end of the day, yeah, you can be talented, but you need those accomplishments to go along with that. So I'm going to say yes, he's the most talented, but D. Wade and obviously D. Wade and Kyrie are more accomplished.
Who's the best? That's the question. Who's the best?
Skip, he's only been with one year with AD. Right now, I'm going to say the best teammate he's had was probably D. Wade.
I agree. So this is a fascinating question.
It is.
And LeBron went unicorn on AD last night. He's a unicorn.
Yes.
And he is. Porzingis is called a unicorn because he's 7'3", and he shoots deep threes, and he shoots them like they're free throws. Sometimes he shoots one, I say, how do you do that? At 7'3"? That's unicornish.
Yes.
I think Luka has unicorn in him because he's doing things that you say, how did he do that? He gets in the lane, and I don't even know, he's traveling at a different slow speed, and it's awkward. I don't know what it is. But he's got genius, basketball genius in the lane and passing genius.
Right.
Okay? This guy is a unicorn because he's 6'10" with guard skills, and when he's right, he's unstoppable.
Yes.
Because he can rise up and shoot mid-range jumpers or three-point shots beautifully with just majestic arc.
Right.
His free throws arc, they're the highest arcing free throws in the league to me. But when he gets in a free throw rhythm, whew, it's a machine. He just drops them in, and he'll swish more free throws like against the Clippers in the first restart game. He made 16 of 17. I tweeted, will he ever miss a free throw? Because it just didn't look, because everyone is a swish. And the ball is dropping straight out of the heavens, straight through the hoop because he's arcing it so high.
Right.
So I give you unicorn, but I do not give you intangibles because I don't trust his intangibles yet. Maybe he'll show me.
Right.
But I'm going to hark back to the Charles Barkley quote of earlier.
Right.
Was it early this week? I think
2 nights ago.
Yeah, two nights ago.
Well, he said it previously,
but
he reiterated it again 2 nights ago.
He doesn't believe that guy, Anthony Davis, has that dog in him. He doesn't believe he's the kind of guy who will step onto a court in a big game and say, I'm going to kill all y'all. Because I'm just better than you. And I don't mean kill him, but in a basketball sense.
Yes.
Yes. because he's just better. And mentally, he has to believe he's better and impose his psychological will on everybody on the floor. He did it last night. Weirdly, he doesn't exhibit like anger or high emotion. He doesn't look high motor to me ever. But his body language last night was a little more urgent. It was a little more...
His body language was like, I'm killing everybody out here tonight.
It was better. It was more in that vein. I'm not sure I'll go that far. But I don't know if he has those intangibles. If you're talking about Dwayne Wade and Kyrie Irving, trust me, they're two of the greatest clutch shooters in the history of this league. In the day, and I know Dwayne's knees, because he was bone on bone, and by the time, what time LeBron got there in his 8th year? Okay, so 8, 9 years.
D-Wade was 28.
10. Yeah, he's struggling because he can't explode the way he exploded even at Marquette, you know, but in his first few years,
yeah, he had a triple-double in the Final Four.
Yeah, had a triple-double. And listen, you want a bucket late in the game, a tie game, give that guy the ball. Give Wade County the ball because he is going to figure out a way to score the basketball or get to the free throw line. He owned the free throw line against the Mavericks in the finals. They were outraged when it was over. You know, they were all complaining about, oh, he got every call. Well, he makes those calls. He forces the action. So I'm the biggest Dwayne Wade fan, and it was so good for LeBron to go play with Big Brother and sort of watch how he did it, how he handled himself. And Dwayne showed LeBron the ropes of how to be a champion, and it helped. And then Kyrie won that champion. I mean, again, LeBron had a great game in Game 7, but as you just said, when it was time, Kyrie said, "Give me the damn ball and get out of my way." I've seen Kyrie take over games late where I said, "That's unstoppable."
And see, I think that's the thing that you want to see. You've seen Kyrie. When LeBron James will give him the ball in the fourth quarter and go stand in the corner, and Kyrie does his thing.
And how tall is he? 6'2", maybe?
Maybe. Yes, and he does his thing. We've seen D. Wade. So we're waiting to see Anthony Davis because what a lot of people say, we don't see the Anthony Davis from the first 3 quarters in the fourth quarter. And if we were to see that, and I think the thing is now that we've seen AD do what he's done this last game, I believe he's going to be that dog that everybody says he wants to see. Because sometimes, Skip, you know, you go to a junkyard, you got a dog out there. You know, every time you go in that junkyard, he'll bite you. Not the one that's on the couch that he may or may not. Maybe I got too close that he was chewing the bone or he was messing with his toy.
On the couch just sitting outside.
Right. So you might be a situation like that, Skip. But I believe Anthony Davis, after last night, he's like, you know what? I'm mad at myself because I could have been doing this. And I haven't. I've allowed myself to get taken. I've taken myself out of the game. It wasn't what Nurkic was doing. It wasn't what Whiteside was doing. It was what he was not doing.
I agree with that.
Which was being aggressive. I believe you're going to see the Anthony Davis. Now, we might not get the same effect, Skip, but I believe you're going to see the Anthony Davis that we saw last night moving forward in terms of aggressiveness.
I just don't believe you can teach or learn killer will. I just think you either have it or you don't. If I could pour some of Michael Jordan's intangibles in that guy, you would have beyond Kevin Durant.
No,
it'd be over. You'd have dynasty is what you'd have.
Well, Skip, I mean, you can't give the guy everything. You can't give the guy, you can't let him be almost 7 foot tall, handle the ball like Kyrie, have Michael Jordan killer will. I mean, that wouldn't even be fair.
Nope.
Dude average 60 a game.
So I'm going to believe it when I see it. But he did have an awakening last night. I think when he walked off the floor, he said, that's what happened.
I just made a mess of 2 7-footers.
Yeah.
One guy led the league in blocks. One guy on the last playing game had 20, 20, and 5. And I just made a mess of both of them.
Both of them. But just embarrassed both of them.
Yes.
Yep. I agree.
So, AD special.
You use that word a lot.
He's special.
Got to keep it up.
And
Damian's special. AD is special.
Oh, Dame not special? Dollar not special?
He won last night.
Oh, Skip, you can't say because the guy had one off game.
But he's hurt. I'm going to give him a break. He wasn't special before he got hurt.
Whoa.
He was 1 for 7 before he got hurt.
So let me ask you a question. Tom Brady has a bad game. Does that mean he's not special?
When? When has he ever had a bad game?
Oh, you don't remember? You don't remember Tennessee, huh?
I don't.
You got to remember it a little bit.
Okay.
Come on. I mean, I can even admit that one. I want to talk about the future, guys. Is LaMelo Ball set to be the next #1 overall draft pick? Oh, I'm happy for Minnesota, and maybe we'll explain that next.